Good morning. This is Eric Malicki, not live, bringing you your economical news. Our stories today include a rise in the price of Mexican food, more teens attending Broadway shows, droughts in Brazil bring coffee supply to a record-breaking low, growing mussel in a petri dish, and many more. Now here's Marissa and Lisa with more MELK news.
Thank you, Eric. I have some unfortunate news for you Starbucks lovers out there. According to the Wall Street Journal, Brazil, the world's top producer of coffee, is currently in a terrible drought. And the projected harvest for the 2014 season has dropped from 44 million bags of 60-kilogram bags of coffee to only 40 million. That's a 4 million loss of 60-kilogram bags of coffee. The price of coffee is expected to climb because of it becoming a more scarce good. For many of you coffee addicts out there, coffee is an inelastic good, and the amount of it that you buy will probably not be affected too much by this price increase. However, for others who are less reliant on the caffeine, the product is more elastic, and the demand for coffee will likely decrease with the upcoming price adjustments. So next time you go to get a cup of joe, don't be surprised if the price has gone up. Back to you, Eric.
And now to Lisa with a magnificent MELK story.
Thank you, Eric. I have some exciting news for all you Apple fans out there. According to MarketWatch.com, the tech giant has been making a push to develop the next biggest thing for their devoted users. And what they just announced may just be that product to show their competitors that trying to compete with the top dog in the game is pointless. So what is this revolutionary new product, you ask? Presenting CarPlay, which will expand the use of your beloved iPhones and, of course, Siri into your car. But don't worry about being scolded by Mrs. Nelson. CarPlay was designed with a one-touch control button right on your steering wheel for hands-free, not distracting, safe use during your travels. This technology is basically unexplored as of right now, so by snagging it first, Apple has set themselves up well to hold the advantage in car-to-cellular phone connection. Constellation Research Analyst Ray Wang described the race toward car technology by stating, "This is really a battle for the OS operating system in the car. The car is the new mobile platform. The car is the ultimate mobile platform, and Apple wants a piece of it." Apple products are in such high demand right now that Apple knows it can take risks with its startup technology, and, as Roger Kay of Endpoint Technology said, people who want to use data in their cars need an intuitive way to do so, and Apple excels at intuitive. Isn't that exciting to see technology advancing more and more each year, Eric? Back to you at headquarters.
And now to Kelly with a magnificent MELK story.
Breaking news! Bill Clinton called the economy stupid. The Clinton Global Initiative had worked to put America first in the form of finding ways to put America back to work. Bill Clinton has outlined 14 steps to improving this process, and he believes the end results will be a better America. Each step will be outlined below. Step 1. Speed up the approval process for construction projects. Unless there are environmental concerns, this process should not take the typical 3 years to implement. The federal government must take a good look at this process and make the necessary changes. The economic effort will be quick and positive. Step 2. Tax credits can be given for startup business in a very easy manner. But until the business makes money, the tax credit holds no value. President Obama allowed for the conservation of tax credits into cash equivalents for every new employee hired. Step 3. We must change the way we produce and use energy. Step 4. Begin retrofitting businesses across America. These climate change adjustments include new lighting and insulation and the use of energy-efficient glass for windows. The cost can be regained in approximately 5 years. These building projects can create hundreds of jobs. Step 5. Have utility or electric companies finance our energy-saving projects to our homes. These energy savings, estimated to be about 20%, could be passed on to contractors who worked on these energy savings projects. Step 6. State-by-state solutions can be created to attract new buildings and therefore new jobs, therefore better economy. And it goes all the way to step 14 to find out why job seekers have the necessary skills to improve our economy. I believe the former President Clinton makes many legislative claims. He was a successful president and his opinion should be valued. It seems that our president remains divided in decisions making by party lines. He outlined cash incentives and tax credits which could make startup businesses more able to begin and form new jobs. All in all, we're working for a better economy. Back to you, Eric.
And now to Marissa with a magnificent MELK story.
As I'm sure most of you have heard, the owner of the NBA, Los Angeles Clippers, was recently caught making racial comments. The owner, Donald Sterling, tweeted his half-black girlfriend to stop bringing so many black people to the party. According to the Wall Street Journal, more than half a dozen sponsors, including Kia Motors, Red Bull, and CarMax and State Farm Insurance, have already distanced themselves from the Los Angeles team. The owner made the mistake of being overconfident. He thought that because he has oodles of money, he has the right to say whatever he pleases. However, Mr. Sterling was wrong. The consequence of his actions and his poorly worded tweets is the possible loss of his team, the LA Clippers. We'll have more news about the Los Angeles Clippers here on MELK News in the next couple of days. Back to you, Eric.
Psst, Anchorman Eric.
Oh, sorry folks. Didn't know we were back yet. I was just playing on my iPhone, now valued around $100,000 according to dailybeast.com. You're probably thinking, what is he talking about? I can buy one at Apple for around $200. Due to the recent activity of the addictive game we all know and love called Flappy Bird being removed from the App Store, people are willing to pay the big bucks for iPhones that still contain this game. The game is still available to those that have purchased it, but once you delete it, it is gone forever. An iPhone that contains Flappy Bird is selling for a whopping $100,000. Who would pay so much for a game that was once purchased for free? This product is inelastic due to the addiction created while they were enjoying and playing the game on their phone before it was taken off the App Store. And since this product is inelastic, some people are still going to pay for it even when the price goes up to $100,000. I hope I don't get addicted to this game, or I might be shelling out $100,000 to supply for this addiction. Well, I better go back to gaming. Here's Marissa. I'm sure she has something interesting to talk about.
Hello, everyone. Being in the 21st century, most of us are probably addicted to our iPhones or other sort of smartphones. This big change in use in our cell phones has also drastically reduced the use of our landlines. AT&T has been deciding to cut the cords of landlines, currently only in Alabama. According to the Wall Street Journal, the percentage of American households with only a cell phone, no landline, has increased from less than 5% in 2003 to almost 40% this past year in 2013. With the demand for these landlines drastically decreasing, the supply must change as well in order to maintain our equilibrium. In all honesty, most people would not miss those landlines. Let's face it, the only calls we get on those are from telemarketers. However, before AT&T follows through with the plan, we must see how the experiment pans out in Carbon Hill, Alabama. That's all for now. Back to you, Eric.
Now a word from our sponsors.
Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout!
Our minimum wage help messed up our order and added 5 extra zeros to the end of the 9.
Now, in order to make room, for the thousands of mattresses that we are coming in, we are going to tell you about our sale and our fantastic mattresses and about an exciting voice. Yeah. Remember, this is a sale.
Don't mind what the price change is. We are depending on the illogical cognitive bias of anchoring to make this commercial effective. Anchoring means that humans tend to focus on the first piece of information presented to them.
Even though we are telling you our market strategy, we are using, it doesn't matter because you are so focused on our big summer blowout to really even care about anything else.
See you at our store at 5678 Downey Road in Peru.
You're back. back with Anchorman Eric, bringing you some more MELK news. And now to Kelly with a magnificent MELK story.